Hello everyone, welcome to Aptly Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial would be discussed in this session. So let's get started with the topic first. Today is 2nd of September. The first topic is ZAPAD multilateral multinational exercise. Second, GST collection dip in August. Third, SARS-CoV-2 genome consortium report. The second last is Taliban assure safe passage of devotees for the Guru Parv. The people were standing over there. I mean, they were being outstand and they're not being allowed from Taliban to come to India. And the last is the prognosis for school opening. So this is an editorial from the Hindu. Apart from the news and editorial discussion, at the end of this video, there would be some MCQ questions. So ये जो questions होंगे, that will be based on current affairs. So do check out the question at the end of this video and practice so that it can help you in the upcoming prelims examination. And those of you who are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Aptly Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, do not forget to give a thumbs up. So the first day of the news, that is ZAPAD multinational exercise. This is something which is important for your General Studies paper 2, bilateral regional grouping and agreement, evolving India's and affecting India's interest. So what is this exercise all about? According to Indian Army, उन्होंने confirm किया है जो ZAPAD 2021 है. This is one of the threat level exercise by Russian armed forces that will primarily focus on operations against the terrorism. So रशिया के साथ बहुत कंट्रीज ने मिलकर कोलैबोरेट की हैं and they would be exercising in such level कि ये ऑपरेशन की जो मेन एम है that is to have a operation against the terrorism. So the exercise aims to enhance the military जो level है या जो strategic level है, strategic ties है इन countries के बीच में among the participants member. I will tell you the name of the participants member also in the later part of the video. While they plan to execute the exercise. इंडिया की तरफ से नागा बटालियन है that would be participating in the exercise and all armed combined task forces, right? So who are the participant countries so participating in this exercise? So 17 member countries हैं जो participate करेंगे that would be invited by Russia. So Russia is holding this exercise. So if it being asked in examination कौन सी country है जिसने इस सारी चीज़ों को खास करके कभी डायरेक्शन या फिर किसके सुपरविजन में हुई है, so the answer would be Russia, right? Of these जो participant country है 9 उसमें participants country है, कुछ observer country है. तो participant countries की अगर बात करें so that include Mongolia, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Serbia, Russia, India and Belarus. So these are the participant countries. ये countries के numbers कितनी हैं? This is 9 in number, right? Now talking about the other countries who are the observer country. So observer country में 8 हैं total 8 countries are there. And this include Pakistan, China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Uzbekistan, and Sri Lanka, right? So these are the observer country. If it is being asked in examination, India की क्या ranking है, India की क्या status है, तो India is a participant country, not an observer country. Let's see the other news, that is GST collection dip in August. This is something which is important for your General Studies paper 3, inclusive growth and issues arising from it. So the goods and services tax revenue, अगर August की बात करें, this is for the August, this is 1.12 lakh crore rupees. जो previous month की collections थी, for the month of July, it was 1.16 lakh crore rupees. So we are seeing 0.04 की जो करोड़ की लाख की जो कमी है, वो देखी गई है इस बार. And Ministry of Finance has said that the collection pertained to large economic activities, which was indicated basically in the month of July. और इंडिकेशंस दी गई है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस की तरफ से कि रिकवरी इज अंडर वे, बट जो एक्सपर्ट हैं, जो इंडिपेंडेंट एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, दैट इज नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. द इकोनॉमिक्स हैव सिग्नल कि ये अनइवन रिकवरी हो रही है एंड इवन द इकोनॉमिक इज वीकली रिबाउंडिंग. सो ये एक्सपर्ट की ओपिनियन है और गवर्नमेंट ऐसे कह रही है कि रिकवरी अंडर वे. सो वी आर समवेयर इन द मिडल ऑफ दिस, राइट? Now talking about the revenue, जो कि August 2021 में 30% higher है than the GST revenue in the last month. No, this is for the last year. And even compared to August revenue 2019 की बात करें, इस समय पे हमारे पास सिर्फ 98,202 करोड़ रुपीस थी. So this is pre-pandemic level, right? So this is pre-pandemic level. post pandemic it was found that 30% higher हुई. Now the GST collection has fallen below 1 lakh crore rupees in June, which we have seen. और उसके बाद जिस तरह से सेकेंड वेव की डेक्रीमेंटल इफेक्ट हुई थी, बिकॉज ऑफ द रीजन वी हैव सीन द डाउनफॉल एंड द कलेक्शन वाज इवन बिलो 1 lakh rupees crore. Now you can see this graph that will help you understand how actually the graph is working. This is for April 2021, right? This is for May, and after that there was a downfall in the June because of the second COVID wave. Then slightly the economy boosted up in July, and we can see the downfall of basically a minute, that is 0.04 lakh crore rupees. So somewhere close to that, but again any losses we are expecting that every month the cess has to increase, the total collection has to increase. State performance की अगर बात करें, what were the performance of the states? So Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, they have both recorded 35% jump in the GST revenues. So if it is being asked in examination, those states जो top performer हैं, so that would be Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, followed by Andhra Pradesh with 33%, Maharashtra 31%, and Gujarat 25%. Many people tend to confuse क्योंकि महाराष्ट्र और गुजरात एक इंडस्ट्रियल स्टेट्स हैं, तो लोगों को लगता है यहाँ पे जीएसटी कलेक्शन ज़्यादा होती है. बट इफ इट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड इन एग्जामिनेशन, do not be confused about Maharashtra and Gujarat. The answer would be Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Overall GST revenues की बात करें domestic transactions में, including the import of services, were 27% higher than the year-on-year average basis. Now, bifurcation of the tax collections की अगर बात करें, जो इस बार की अगस्त में कलेक्शन हुई है, that is 1,12,020 crore rupees. इसकी अगर bifurcation करोगे आप, so the central GST would be 20,522 crore rupees. State GST की बात करें, this is 26,605 crore. Integrated GST जो है, that is 56,247 crore rupees. This include 2,684 collected of the import of goods. So integrated GST is always higher. This is be rank 1. This would be a rank 2nd, and this would be rank 3rd, right? And compensatory cess की अगर बात करें, this is around 8,646 crore rupees that was collected, which import good contributed to 646 crore rupees. These numbers are not important for you. आपको ये कोई भी नंबर याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. One thing that you have to remember is the chronology. किसकी रैंकिंग ऊपर है, उसकी रैंकिंग नीचे है. Now, SARS-CoV-2 Genome Consortium report. This is something which is important for your general studies paper 2. Issues related to development and management of health. So recently, India के जो expert group है, that is India SARS-CoV-2 Genome Consortium, इन्होंने अपनी weekly report दी, and they have said that vaccine continue to protect against severe disease and remain cornerstone for public strategy. Specifically, they're talking about the vaccine, right? We have 3 vaccines that is being operated in India. First is Sputnik V, then we have Covaxin, another is Covishield, right? ये 3 वैक्सीन है जो अभी ऑपरेटेड है इंडिया में, एंड दे आर वर्किंग फाइन. जितने भी वेरिएंट हैं उनमें काफ़ी इफेक्टिवली काम कर रही है. नाउ द कंसोर्टियम ऑफ लेबोरेटरीज हैव कोऑर्डिनेटेड बाय द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, राइट? इनके थ्रू ये कोलैबोरेट करके अपने रिसर्च को पब्लिश करते हैं. Now the government body said that the number are not expected on the line, but they did not officially quantify the extent of such infection, right? We know that the level of infection है वो है, severity अभी भी है. If you talk about the mutant, that is also there in the country, but we are somewhere in a stable position. We cannot say we are on the safer side, but still the situation is a bit controlled. But we have seen some cases arising in Kerala and other parts of the country as well. Fraction of population has been vaccinated. This is known to reduce the effectiveness of Covishield and protection against the Delta virus. तो डेल्टा की जो वेरिएंट है उसमें कहा गया था कि वैक्सीन की एफिकेसी पर असर पड़ती है, बट एक्सपर्ट ने कहा है कि दिस इज वर्किंग फाइन. एनीथिंग विच इज गुड एट 70% एफिकेसी, दैट वुड बी सफिशिएंट. Now, vaccine continue to protect against the severe diseases. Now, that is the reason it has been said it is a cornerstone of public health strategy. अगर आप वैक्सीन एफिकेसी की बात करें, as I have told you, जो रेंज है एफिकेसी की that is 70 to 90%. सो पब्लिकेशन में कही गई है जो कोवैक्सीन और कोविशील्ड है, 2 सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट वैक्सीन. कोवैक्सीन इज कंप्लीटली इंडिजिनस डेवलप्ड वैक्सीन. कोविशील्ड इज बीइंग बिल्ट बाय सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया इन कोलैबोरेशन विद एस्ट्राजेनेका, राइट? सो ऑक्सफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ इन्होंने कोलैबोरेट करके बनाया हुआ है. इसके क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स हुए हैं. एफिकेसी रेट 70 to 90% है, and they are preventing the transmissions of the disease significantly, right? And also effective in the Delta variant. लाइक अदर वैक्सीन्स दे हैव बीन डिस्टिंग्विश्ड, जो पुराने वर्जन्स थे जो सबसे इनिशियली वुहान में रिपोर्ट किए गए थे, वैसे वायरस पे भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव है. Now, Delta is again a concern not only for India but for other global country. I mean, major countries have been facing a problem regarding this variant. और WHO ने इसको वेरिएंट ऑफ कंसर्न भी डिक्लेयर किया है बाय WHO. इफ इट बीइंग आस्क्ड इन एग्जामिनेशन वेरिएंट ऑफ कंसर्न कौन डिक्लेयर करता है, तो उसके लिए WHO वेरिएंट ऑफ कंसर्न. You can, it's not W, it would be V, variant of concern, right? So the latest report by the consortium has said that the Delta continue to dominate the linkages in India. जो mutations हैं, जितने भी अलग अलग वेरिएंट ऑफ म्यूटेशंस पाई जा रही है, उसमें इंडिया में सबसे ज़्यादा जो वेरिएंट प्रेजेंस है अवेलेबल है वो है डेल्टा. So some of the Delta variant continue to process being reclassified in the sub linkages are there. और Delta plus उसकी अलग अलग कैटेगरी, इवन Delta plus की एक नई कैटेगरी है जिसको बोला जाता है AY12. It's also known as AY12. This has raised several concerns because Israel में इसकी इन्फेक्शन दोबारा से generate हुई है. We have seen the number of the cases. Israel is the only country, the first country to vaccinate its population. वहाँ पे मास्क भी लोगों ने लगाना बंद कर दिया. गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियली गवर्नमेंट ने कहा कि मास्क लगाने की जरूरत नहीं, बिकॉज दे आर फुल्ली वैक्सीनेटेड पीपल, इवन दे आर लुकिंग फॉर द थर्ड डोज, फॉर द बूस्टर डोज, राइट. बट अगेन वी हैव सीन द इन्फेक्शन, द ब्रेक थ्रू इज ऑलवेज देयर. So this is the reason India is more concerned, and definitely we as an individual need to follow the protocol. We need to have a COVID appropriate behavior so that this is a time with the festive season. We need to control it. By 2021 at the end, we would be in a situation to tell where India have in terms of infection level. These 3 months are very crucial for India. Now let's see the prevalence of the different type of variant which is available in the country. So Delta, as I told you, it is almost 70% of the total variant available in the country. Again followed by B.1.617.1. Alpha variant almost 13%. This is 17%, Delta plus 1.2, Beta 0.69, and Gamma is very less, that is 0.01, right? So this is a data that will help you understand if a question is asked in examination, तो आप यहाँ से आराम से उसको मार्क कर सकते हैं. Now, Taliban assured safe passage of devotees for Guru Parv. This is something which is important for your general studies paper 2, India and its neighborhood relations, right? As we know that Taliban has taken a full-fledged control over the Afghanistan, and they're ruling the government over there. But India do not have established any official meeting or any official communication with them. The inverbal form of communication has been established. तो उसी केस में यहाँ पे जो कुछ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड है वहाँ पे गुरु पर्व को लिए पीपल who were basically Sikhs, they were about to come to India for the festive, but they're not being allowed from the Afghanistan, basically from Taliban. So India is making its possible efforts. They should they're in the talk with the Taliban people. So Taliban ने promise किया है कि safe passage के लिए minorities को जितने भी वहाँ पे लोग हैं खास करके उनको लाया जाएगा for 400 birth anniversary, right? This is called Guru Parv, which is taking the celebration of Guru Tej Bahadur this year. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वर्क कर रही है ऑन द इवैक्यूएशंस ऑफ द ग्रुप दैट आर स्ट्रैंडेड इन अफगानिस्तान से. तो कुछ ऐसे अफगानिस्तान सिख्स हैं जो वहाँ पे अभी भी स्ट्रैंडेड है, हिंदूज हैं which were supposed to come to India, but they were not actually allowed by the Taliban forces. The 6 Hindus at some days ago made an unsuccessful attempt. उन्होंने काबुल एयरपोर्ट से फ्लाइट लेने की कोशिश भी की थी, but they were not allowed to be airlifted, right? So the Sikhs and Hindus have some days to make successful attempt to reach Kabul airport, where they would be airlifted out country soon. The government of India with the Ministry of External Affairs (MEA) अपनी तरफ से collaborate कर रही है. They are having a communication with the Taliban spokesperson and the government. Very soon we can expect the people coming to India. And as of now, US is having an official excited from Afghanistan. No clarity has yet been seen regarding the flight, because जिस टाइम से US forces ने वहाँ पे अपनी पूरी तरह से they have been moved away. Now the Taliban forces is completely executing there. Since Taliban took over Afghanistan, जो 17 Afghan Sikhs Hindus हैं, उसमें 2 MPs भी हैं. They had to be evacuated to Delhi, but the batches were again 24 and 46, and Taliban has allowed them to travel to India with the valid documents. So people with the valid document would be allowed, and these were the efforts that were made by the Government of India with the Ministry of External Affairs. Now, the prognosis for the school or reopening, this is something which is important for your general studies paper 2. Government policies and intervention for the development of various sector, or even you can say government policies for the development and management of educations. So what is important in this editorial? I have segregated this into 5 important subheads. The first is background. Second would be some mathematical model that is having a calculation regarding the infection of the virus. Third is finding the model, state specific approach, and the last is the way forward. If you talk about theme, इस पूरे एडिटोरियल में बात की गई है पेंडेमिक और स्कूल एजुकेशन को किस तरह से रिवाइव की जा सकती है, क्या क्या एक ब्रॉडर रोड मैप होनी चाहिए, एंड व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस दैट नीड टू बी टेकन टू इंश्योर दैट इन्फेक्शन इज नॉट स्प्रेडिंग इन द कंट्री. Now, school की opening start हो गई है phased manner में from 1st of September, that is from yesterday. Many states have allowed even the secondary education to start. तो कुछ states हैं like Delhi and Uttar Pradesh, they have completely started their school. अभी भी primary level के बच्चों को मना की गई है, but from 9 to 12 the students are allowed. So school of senior student have already been open from past week. कुछ ऐसे states हैं जिन्होंने 11th और 12th की classes already conduct की है, like Jharkhand is there, Madhya Pradesh is there, right? Many states have already given permission. So debate is around क्या जो बच्चे अभी स्कूल जा रहे हैं पेंडेमिक के टाइम में ये खतरा रहेगा कि वापस से इन्फेक्शन हो उन बच्चों की, right? Whether they are susceptible to get the infection again. So this is a bigger question. The broader picture has to be addressed. कुछ मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन है इन इन्फेक्शन को लेकर के कि क्या बच्चे अगर स्कूल जाते हैं तो उनकी इन्फेक्शन कैसे फैल सकती है. यहाँ मॉडल बताया गया विद इन द कम्युनिटी दैट कंप्राइजेस फैमिली एंड डिफरेंट साइजेस. सो इन दिस इट हैज़ बीन आर्ग्यूड कि बहुत सारे ऐसे फैमिली में ग्रुप है अगर बच्चे स्कूल नहीं भी जाते हैं तो उनके पेरेंट्स कहीं ना कहीं वर्क में है, राइट, दे आर इन द ऑफलाइन वर्क एंड दे आर गोइंग. सो वो भी ससेप्टेबिलिटी कम नहीं है, कहीं ज़्यादा है, राइट. सो व्हेन पीपल एट द सेम एज ग्रुप आर देयर, खास करके बच्चे एक ऐसे एज ग्रुप है जिनको इन्फेक्शन की इन्फेक्शन रेशियो में बात करें अगर, इवन द ससेप्टेबिलिटी टू गेट इन्फेक्शन इन द चिल्ड्रन इज प्रीटी लेस. So school are open, children are moving between their home and school. The spread of COVID-19 is from person to person according to the reductions in the rate of non-pharmaceutical intervention including the masking. जितने भी schools हैं उनमें COVID appropriate behaviors apply की जा रही है. The protocol has been followed. Students are allowed only with the mask and proper sanitization of classroom is being done. So एक model account की गई है with the possibilities of asymptomatic mild disease जो severe cases है उनके बारे में and well hospitalization and death, right? So this model predict that what number of people are susceptible to the infections. कुछ मॉडल की फाइंडिंग है, like based on the model increase in the cases in children is expected as soon as school open, but relatively वो काफ़ी कम होगी. However, it is not led to the new wave जो current epidemic जो pandemic है. India has said that the situation is getting into the epidemic level which is pretty lesser than the pandemic. And the children at the lower risk group, खास करके अगर WHO के मुताबिक चले, so children are the group they are more and they are less susceptible to the infections, right? तो यहाँ पे severity of जो risk है वो थोड़ी कम है compared to other age group. So we can further restrict and increase the infections among the children, ramping the immunization of older people. So what best can be done? जितने भी older age group के लोग हैं, right? In every family we have old age group. तो उन लोगों को जल्दी से जल्दी वैक्सीनेट किया जाए ताकि वहाँ से इन्फेक्शन नहीं फैले. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि सिर्फ आउटडोर में ही इन्फेक्शन फैलेगी, इवन इंडोर इन्फेक्शन कैन बी देयर, राइट. सो दिस इज द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ द कैलकुलेशन. द मॉडल सेज कि सिर्फ आप आउटडोर पे ये नहीं कह सकते कि इन्फेक्शन होगी, बट इंडोर में भी बहुत ज़्यादा पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है कि जो फैमिली मेम्बर्स है वहाँ से भी इन्फेक्शन हो सकती है. Now, more than 60% of the vulnerable population has been given the vaccinations. Although vaccination India में start हो गई और अगर बात करें total population की तो 65 करोड़ population has been vaccinated. और अभी भी ज़रूरी है कि हमें जो वैक्सीनेशन की प्रोसेस है उसको प्रायोरिटाइज करना और पेस करना. जो स्कूल गोइंग स्टाफ्स हैं उनको वैक्सीनेट करना. गवर्नमेंट ने ऑलरेडी कहा है कि जितने भी वैक्सीनेशन स्टाफ्स हैं, टीचर्स इंक्लूडिंग टीचर्स, they would be vaccinated by 30th of September. So this is a deadline that the government has provided. And finding the right balance between these would be very crucial. स्टेट स्पेसिफिक अप्रोच की अगर बात करें तो लो सीरो पॉजिटिविटी देखी गई है कुछ स्टेट्स में लाइक केरला, महाराष्ट्र. दे हैव बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग रिगार्डिंग द करंट फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन. एंटीबॉडीज की अगर बात करें कुछ हर्ड इम्यूनिटी भी इंडिया में जनरेट हुई है. ऑलमोस्ट जो सेकंड सीरो प्रेवलेंस सर्वे आई थी जितने भी स्टेट्स में ये देखा गया कि 75% ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन इज ऑलरेडी हैविंग अ हर्ड इम्यूनिटी, राइट. So it remain important. We need to study the कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन कोविड-19 में जो नेक्स्ट मंथ्स में किस तरह से एक इम्यूनिसिटी डेवलप हो रही है, एंड प्रायर इन्फेक्शंस के लिए हमें क्या क्या करने की जरूरत है, व्हाट आर द बिहेवियर दैट नीड टू बी फॉलोड अप, इट इज वेरी नेसेसरी. एंड इवन द स्कूल, ईच एवरी even the people who are employed, the grassroots level staffs need to be equally mandated about this, that they need to follow the appropriate behaviors. Way forward क्या हो सकती है, टेस्टिंग और ट्रैकिंग, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट इनिशियली वाज आल्सो वन ऑफ द मेजर फैक्टर. तो टेस्टिंग और ट्रैकिंग को ध्यान में रखने की जरूरत है. वी नीड टू इंक्रीज द पेस. द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ रैंडम टेस्टिंग फॉर द स्कूल चिल्ड्रन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आप रैंडमाइजेशन से टेस्ट करते हो तो यू विल कम टू नो वेदर द इन्फेक्शन इज राइजिंग और नॉट. So the recent upstick of the vaccination number is encouraging, but again जो coming weeks में भी अपने कल या परसों न्यूज़ में भी पढ़ा होगा कि इंडिया ने रिकॉर्ड 1.2 करोड़ वैक्सीनेशन की है सिंगल डे में, राइट. सो दीज आर द अचीवमेंट दैट इज समथिंग विच विल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट, एंड वी हैव टू maintain this rhythm so that we can pace up the vaccination process, and this will help to ensure children can return to the school, and this will need to wait for the vaccine for the children still they are available. Although Zydus Cadila ने कहा है, Zydus Cadila would be coming up with the vaccine very soon. उन्होंने अभी ट्रायल कंप्लीट कर लिया. Now this vaccine would be available, and possibly what government will do, स्कूल के थ्रू ही बच्चों को वैक्सीनेट की जाएगी. So this is all about the way forward. Now coming to the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of yesterday questions. For the first question, the correct option here is B. For the second question, the correct option is C. Today's MCQ. Consider the statement with regards to Bureau of Energy Efficiency. The BEA is a statutory body under the Ministry of Power, which was set up in 2002 under the provisions of Energy Conservation Act 2001. And it is mandated to implement the program and in the area of energy efficiency and conservations. So which among the following is the correct option? Just let me know in the comment section down below. Second, consider the following statement about the Malabar exercise. It is an annual trilateral Navy exercise between the navies of India, Japan and USA. The exercise is held alternatively in Indian and Pacific Ocean. If you know the correct answer, do write your answer in the comment section. The practice of the question is very important. So this is all about the daily news and editorial analysis, followed by the question and the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, do let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much for listening.